Hello everyone, it's Hannah Ellie. Welcome back to my channel, Hannah Sweet Hannah. Today we have a get ready with me chit chat edition. It's gonna be about school, social distancing, how my senior year is going with all of those things. And yeah, we're just gonna talk about it. But before I get into it, I just want to thank everyone who has watched my previous video, first ever YouTube video, when you live by an airport. Just planes. Anyway, so yeah, anywho, I just want to thank everyone who's watched my previous video, shared it, liked it, commented. I mean, so much love, and I feel so appreciative. Literally, the first 10 views, I was practically dying. Thank you guys so much for that, and so much for the support and love. And yeah, I'm so excited. It's just a new venture for me, so I love this. Honestly, I'm not a makeup guru. Look at my hair. I'm not a hairstylist either. It's falling down back here, and I don't even know what curl pattern that is. But yeah, so obviously, like I said, a chit chat, get ready with me, and you need makeup for that. And this is the makeup that I have. This is my makeup bag. Not a lot. However, I just know what's right for me, and so I kind of stick with that. But this isn't gonna be, like I said, about the makeup. It's definitely gonna be about just talking. Let's just get into it, and yeah. I'm starting off with some moisturizer because apparently you're supposed to do that before you put on makeup. So that's what I'm gonna do. Wait. Serum is before moisturizer. So I use this serum from Sunday Riley. I love it so much. Like, I literally, when I don't want to wear makeup, I just put on serum. It's the best thing ever, and I'm running out of it. So yeah, if it would come out of the box, that would be awesome. Right, I didn't write anything down, so I have no idea what I'm gonna say, but I'm just gonna like talk about it, about this whole senior thing and going through a global pandemic and how my experience is. So let's just take some of this. It's like a little thingy right here, and that's really cool. I think that's cool. But yeah, how that's going. So let me give you a pre-story. Okay, so during the summer/quarantine, I really focused on like who I was, because I guess school had taken so much out of me. Like, I've always been that girl who's like super competitive about her grades and always wanting to take the best classes. Like, I'm an AP and honors student, and for the past 3 years of being in high school, I was just like putting my studies before myself. And so when quarantine came, I was like, what am I gonna do? Like, I don't have anything to occupy myself. I don't have any books to read. Well, I have a lot of books to read on my spare time, but like, I don't have study books to read. What do I even do? And God was just like, focus on you, because you're going into this new grade and you want to make sure. Oh, by the way, I'm putting on moisturizer. I don't know if I'm supposed to be sharing the steps that I'm doing, but anyway, I'm putting moisturizer on. But yeah, so basically God was just telling me, honey, you're gonna have to like actually figure out who you are and do all of that jazz. During the quarantine, I really just went over some of the stuff that I liked. Like, I literally wrote down a list and went over the things that I would tolerate, like boundaries for myself. And I know that seems pretty extreme for a teenage girl. It's like, what are you talking about? Like, why are you writing boundaries for yourself? Like, that sounds pretty adult. But like, honestly, living in the world that we live in, I need boundaries. I need, like, I've always had respect for myself, but like, I need to know where that respect lies, if that makes any sense. So that's what I did. I started making my own routines. doing all of the things, drinking my water, exercising, like all of it. And I just felt so good. And so I was forming all of these good habits. And then I could have sworn, I was like, no, my school is not going to be in. We're a private Catholic school. Like, you know, we have empathy for one another. So we're not going to be back in school. Like, it doesn't make sense because this whole virus thing was still bad. So I was like, we're not going to be back in school. It doesn't matter. Like, whatever, who cares? Yeah. So I was just like, no way we're going back to school. We went back to school and I got the email and I was just so distraught. I was like, how am I gonna take care of myself and go back to schooling and do all of these things? Like, I found a groove and I've started habits that I feel like I can't stop. So how am I gonna fit school into that? So that really put a bad taste in my mouth. I was so upset. I was just kind of going down this downward spiral. And I think it was just the fact that I was totally oblivious about what was going to happen, and that's something that I fear. I literally fear oblivion because I know how I am. Once I get back in school, I was going to be reading, writing, doing all of this stuff, like trying to make sure that my senior year is perfect, plus making sure that my grades are intact so I won't have to take end of the semester exams. Like, I was trying to make everything perfect. I already knew that I wasn't going to put myself first or that I wasn't going to take care of myself. But we went back to school, and so I was very fearful of that. First day, let me just tell you about that. So, first day, so excited. I set the vibes. I'm very into like making sure that my heart posture is right before I go into something. And so, and every single morning I do this, like, have to listen to music. First of all, I pray right when I wake up. I'm like, thank you, God, for waking me up this morning. Like, thank him, spend time with him. And then I listen to music, making sure that the energy is right, making sure that my day is, you know, set perfectly. And then I go to school, like, to my music, I'm doing all of that stuff. I'm going to school, it's great, and I feel great about the day. The day is going on. I'm so happy. Like, I go into one of my classes and I see that one of my guy friends, one of my best guy friends, is in my class, and that's so great. And then, like, first period went, then I took AP Computer Science, and I went to that class. That was fun. I went to PE. That was good. I went to choir. I was just having the time of my life until I went to Honors Gov. I have it right after lunch. Oh yeah, and by the way, we don't do lunch in a cafeteria anymore. Yeah, we're doing it in homeroom. So it's like maybe 15 students to a class. And I have friends in there, but they're not like my closest friends. And they're not typically people that I would sit with at lunch. But I guess that kind of forced me to make more friendships. I don't know, like a better connection with those people. So I'm glad about that. But I would rather sit with my best friends at lunch. Like, that's just something that, you know, you do. So when I found that out, I was just like, wow. So I went to lunch, and that I was like kind of upset about the fact that I had to eat lunch with, you know, different people other than my friends. But I kind of took myself out of that, and I was just like, Hannah, it's fine. Like, you still know people in here. Like, you can have a conversation with some of these people. So it's fine. It's cool. And so after I went to lunch, I went to my Honors Gov, and my friend was supposed to be in this class with me. Like, she is literally one of my greatest friends since freshman year, and she was supposed to be in class with me, And unfortunately that did not happen because she decided to take online. Yeah, online, like virtual school. Because you have an option. You can do it in person or you can do it like, you know, online. So she was taking online courses. I didn't find out that she was in the class with me until they got on Zoom and they said my friend's name, and I was like, this girl is supposed to be in the class with me. And then I realized everyone in the classroom had a friend and I didn't. I mean, like I said, there are people that I can talk to because obviously they're in the same grade as me, and there are people that I've seen before. I've spent 3 years with these people. Like, there are people that I can communicate with, but it's nothing like having that good friend that's in your class that you can talk to all the time. And so I was pretty upset about that. So my day was slowly going down. I was just feeling bad the entire time. And I was just like, you know what, Hannah, it's fine. She'll be back soon. She's only going to be doing Zoom for a month. And, so yeah, I kind of was just really sad about that. And then I go to math, and guess what? She's supposed to be in the same class with me. Like, oh my gosh. And so that made me even sadder. And so every class that I went to after that, none of my friends were in it, or my closest friends. And as I was walking to another class, this is what really did it for me. When I was walking to class with these people, right? And so they're my friends too. You know, you have friends and you have best friends. So they're my friends too. And I didn't know they were like this. I'm not one to be like super judgmental or anything, but anyway, we were walking to class and they were talking about things like substances that they had received and or taken during the quarantine. And that made me so uncomfortable. And I get it, like everyone has their own thing going on. Like they have their own high school experience. That's just something that you can't not hear at school, but like it kind of hit me like a ton of bricks because I did not expect those people to actually do those things, I guess. And so that was really what really did it for me. I guess that was just the last straw for me. And I came home and my mom's like, what's wrong, Hannah? Like, what's going on? And I was just like, I can't do it anymore. It's just so sad for me. And I was like crying. It was so, like, looking back at it, it's funny. But like going through it, it actually sucked. I don't know. I really just missed my friends. It was just the point of like, I'm at school. Like, I've been in quarantine for so long. I haven't seen my friends. And then I go to school to see my friends, obviously to learn, but like to see my friends and hang out. And then I realized that they're doing Zoom. And then one of my other really, really good friends, like we're so close. We don't have any classes together. And I'm so not used to that because we've had classes together for probably 3 years straight. Like my first day was awful. First day of senior year, it's supposed to be this magical time. It was awful. After crying, I said, you know what? I'm gonna do virtual school. Virtual school was okay. I mean, it wasn't bad, but like, it was bad. Then, right when I joined virtual school, the good friend that I was telling you about that was like in my classes, she joined like in-person classes. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. So right when I joined virtual school, she joined in-person classes. And I literally texted her, I was like, why did you do that? And she was like, I didn't know that you were, and she was like, I miss you so much. I didn't even know I came back because all of my friends are at school. And I said, I came to virtual school because, oh my gosh, it was the worst. At that point, I realized that I'm just gonna have to stick with my plan because I went on virtual school. I'm gonna have to stay on virtual school. I can't just sit here and flip-flop. Like, I don't like that. I love consistency, and so when I keep changing things, it's not good for me. So I continue to do virtual school. Like I said, it's okay. It has its perks. However, it's like when a teacher kind of like shows you a video, it's being projected onto Zoom from their laptop, and the video will like kind of be distorted and it'll chop up. It's very choppy. And I was so upset about that. Like, we took a quiz on one video and I didn't do so well because I didn't understand the video. And I was just like, at this point, it's crazy. So many things happened. One teacher was on mute the entire time, and then we tried to say, like, I tried to say, and some other students that were on virtual, we were trying to say, like, hey, you're on mute, but I guess he couldn't hear us either. So the entire time we didn't understand what he was saying, and he couldn't hear what we were saying. It's just, it needs some tweaking. It needs some tweaking, and it's just, for me personally, I could not do it. It wasn't easy for me, and being at my house for like 8 hours straight and just doing work, not switching classes, not communicating with other people who are doing the same thing as I am, it's just really, really hard. And the only people I could talk to were my parents because, I mean, they live with me, so, or I live with them. But yeah, anyway, camera died, and so I'm back. What was I talking about? I literally forgot what I was talking about. Yeah, Zoom. So, like I said, Zoom was not, moral of the story, Zoom wasn't good. So, I kind of got frustrated with that, and I talked to my parents, and so they allowed me to go back to school. And at this point, I was very, very happy because I went to a football game and I saw my friends, and I was like, I'm happy with this decision. I'm happy with the decision that I'm making. I'm going back to school for good. And so, as I go back to school, I am so happy. Like, my friends are there. Personally, for me, if there was a battle between virtual and actually like in-person classes, I would choose in-person classes for me. It's just for me. But for safety wise, if you're looking more for safety, I would say virtual. But like I said, for me, I need that in-person. It's better to understand. It's just better to put everything, like, wrap your mind around, to get everything together. It's just better. It's better. So if you're a student and you're trying to figure out what to do, I would say personally, for me, I would say to go to school. However, if you don't feel comfortable with that, then by all means do virtual. So anyway, with the social aspect of it, going back to school, the social aspect is phenomenal. I laugh every single day. Like I said, I have this guy friend. He's so stupid. He's stupid. And it's just hilarious. Like, not in like a dumb way, but like, he is so crazy. And he has me laughing, like in tears, every single day. It's every day. I get a laugh. It's in AP Computer Science, and we just have so many inside jokes because he says the craziest things, and like, I'd be on the verge of tears. Also with the social aspect of everything, football games, that's a social event, kind of. That's really fun too. it's great being with your friends at a football game and feeling the energy. Everyone has masks on, so that's really, really cool. And I'm just happy that I'm back with people. And obviously I'm taking precaution because I do know that coronavirus is like actually real, regardless of what people have to say about it. I know that I only need to be around a certain amount of people, and that I always keep my mask on, keep my distance. It's good. It feels good to be around people again. So that makes me so very happy. Like I said, all laughs and just all of that. Going back to the football thing, I actually just went to a football game last night, and it was one of the biggest football games of the year. And it was so much fun. I had the greatest time. So, with my school, there's a rivalry with another school. And this rivalry has been going on for years, probably decades by now. So whoever wins gets to have this cannon that is close by both schools. And so we get to paint it. If you win, you paint it your school's color, and we're orange, so we painted the cannon. However, we didn't get to paint the real cannon because even though I heard that some other people were doing it, I just didn't want to get arrested. But I guess police officers were saying like, hey, you can't paint the cannon, like the actual one. But our teachers and staff got this fake one and they made it, and it was actually really fun. I thought it was going to be pretty lame and janky, but it was fun. It was cute. I liked it. And after that, I hung out with some friends and danced a bit, and then went home. Actually, there's still paint in my nail. Like, if you can see the orange, or so much paint on my nail from the outside. I got it off with the help of toothpaste. And didn't know that was gonna work, and then I was like, let me just try it. But yeah, there's like orange paint in my nail. It's paint everywhere. So yeah, I woke up this morning and rubbed my eye, forgetting that there's paint in my nails. I know that's completely gross, but like, it was so crazy. I was like, what in the world is happening with my eye? And it started to get irritated. It's something that I definitely took for granted. Seeing everybody laughing at jokes. Like I said, my friend, he's crazy. He's literally insane. Like, he's a football player, and so he not only does he play football, but he claims to do everything else. He's like, I can sing, I can do karate, he plays the piano. I'm just like, dude, you can't do all of those things. He's like, yes, I can. And he tries to sing so much. It's crazy. And I'm a part of this choir, and he's like, just put me in the choir. Just put me in the choir. I'm like, we honestly need you. So obviously I'm still taking care of myself, even with, and I'm putting myself first before I put my academics. God, self, family, academics. That's my line. And so that's what I'm doing. It's getting better though, because obviously, like I said, I used to be obsessed with like trying so hard to be on point with my grades. But yeah, anywho, I'm so happy that, like I said, I'm back at school and it feels great. Okay, I just finished my makeup. I'm done with that, and I'm gonna go and get dressed, get ready for the day. I'm gonna try and do something with my hair. Like I said, I still have paint in my hair from last night because the game was so crazy, like, oh my gosh. But we won and there's paint everywhere. So it's in my hair. I don't know if you guys can see that. I don't know if you guys can see anything, but it's in my hair. it's in my nails, it's everywhere. Besides my skin, I obviously took a shower last night, so it's not on there. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you once again for the previous love in my video before. And so yeah, I hope you guys have an amazing day. And yeah, bye.